Hey guys, welcome back to the greenhouse. So my 2145 McMullen is cruising along. It's loving this nice weather. I got the rest of my shade screen up, and I got the majority of my fans up. I'll have 3 fans. These are 20-inch farm fans, I guess you could call them, on each side. Pretty much what they're doing is they're crisscrossing the air back and forth, get a nice circular crisscross pattern going until the air hits the exhaust fan. But then I also will have osculating fans that run along the edge of the greenhouse. This is to keep the air moving underneath the leaf canopy when the leaves get out there. The reason you want the air moving underneath the canopy is because if the air goes stagnant, CO2 turns to oxygen, and your plant won't be able to photosynthesis correctly. So it's very important that you get good airflow underneath the canopy. That's one of the big reasons. Very important to weed. Weeds get out of control, you get very poor air circulation. Your plant won't be able to photosynthesis correctly. If your plant doesn't photosynthesis, it's not going to be able to put on the big gains that we like to see. So make sure you get those weeds down, or if you're in a greenhouse like me, you got to have fans or something to help move that air, otherwise it goes stagnant. So yeah, everything's going good so far. I got quite a bit of work left. I think later this week I'm going to be working on my irrigation system. I just got my reservoir set up today. So right back there I got 2 55-gallon drums where I'll mix my fertilizers, and they will eventually be pumped out into an irrigation system I'm going to have set up. This year I'm switching to wobblers. In the past I've used misters, but with the problem with misters is I cannot run my fertilizers through them because they will clog. So I would only run fresh water through them more as a cooling down purpose, and I would have to fertilize by hand. So that's the big chore for me. So this year I'm upgrading, and we're gonna make it a lot easier for me. So I'll get you guys some videos of the irrigation system going up later this week. But yeah, everything's on schedule, and everything's looking good so far. Alright, so I've started putting up the irrigation line. There's going to be a 3/4 inch header that runs the length of the greenhouse, and then it'll tee off into 1/2 inch lines. Each line will have 2 wobblers on it. I got pressure regulated to 20 psi because that's what the wobblers recommend. And then I'll have shut off valves, or if I wanted to I could isolate a section just in case, you know, if I lose a plant or something, I can shut all the water off in that area. Or if I find I want to just water one plant at a time, I can close them all and just water one at a time. But oh man, it's a lot of work twisting those suckers on up there. My fingers are sore. But man, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna hit it in the morning. I want to get this done tomorrow because we need water in here. I've been watering it by hand. The humidity level was very low the last couple of days, and it's not good. So watering by hand and getting moisture in here, I was able to raise the humidity up to 44%, or 45%. So I don't like it when it falls below 10. So I need to get this water line up. Alright, oh, then I got this little pump right here. This will connect to my main header. And also I'll have the garden hose tee into it. So if I don't have anything in my reservoir, I'll have a timer up here. I'll start the main water from the well into our line. So if I'm not here, I can still water. Well guys, I just finished the irrigation system. I've been working on it since this morning, and I'm ready to go home. It's almost 8 o'clock. I gotta go to work in an hour, so I'd like to get some rest before I head in. But before then, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll fire up for you guys to show you what she's made of. I got 30 mini wobblers in the greenhouse now, and this is enough to cover pretty much every square foot of the greenhouse. It's pretty impressive. These mini wobblers have a 30-foot diameter, so a 15 by 15 foot circle. So 30 is plenty to cover everything in here. My well will not supply enough PSI to do them all at once. However, my pump from a reservoir will. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'll have to fill these guys up, and I'll have my pump set on a timer to go off on hot days. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here because I do not want to be plugging that in with one hand. I'm gonna look like a fool. I'll be back when I get her up. Alright, I got her plugged in. Right now this pump is pulling from my 55-gallon tank and just starting to pressurize the wobblers. It takes about 20 seconds for them to pressurize. Once they pressurize, they go good. Now I'll be able to pump my fertilizers straight through this line, and I won't have to hand water. Saves me a lot of time. Alright guys, take care.